What's good, y'all? It's Jay Coffee Talk here. Thanks for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. But let's get right into this. Rolling Loud, ASAP Rocky, spit this freestyle during his set. And, everyone is taking it as some kind of shot at Travis Scott. As you know, for a few years now, little things happen here and there, you know what I mean? And people keep trying to bring up that there's a beef between them. I never really seen it that way, y'all. Let me know what you guys think. But he spit out, please don't compare him and me. You offending me. This ain't a diss. We ain't enemies. They concerned with making hits. I'm more concerned with making history. And I don't know. I don't really see. He says right in it, this ain't a diss. Which, sometimes people will try and take a slick shot, with the subliminals or mention someone and then what he's saying there, like the whole thing where someone might say, no offense. Like it's all good as long as you say no offense. But I just never really seen this as a beef. I seen that it kind of kept getting blown out of proportion a little bit, if you will. You know what I mean? Healthy competition. I don't know, you know how it is. But he also put this tweet out just a couple days after, the Rolling Loud where he spit that freestyle during his set and said that me and Travis beef shit so played out. Let it go. So, I always looked at it like this was just something that the media was kind of trying to push because though I didn't feel like it was beef, it was kind of like healthy competition. And then the fact that people kept comparing them so much to each other, kind of makes you want to separate yourself from the other person. I'm sure some of y'all out there may have experienced that in life. If someone's like, yo, you look like such and such, or you remind me of such and such. It's like, nah, man, they ain't me. I'm me. You know what I mean? I do what I do. They do what they do. And I don't know, man. If you remember something that just kind of comes to mind, DMX and Ja Rule back in the day. To me, as a hip hop fan, who really is into the music, that's comical to me, but for the casual fan, and that's something that I bring up a lot during these videos too, they don't know the music like that. They just know, the shit that everyone else knows. And they used to, X is like Ja Rule, and they're both like Pac. And it's like, if you're an artist, or if you're a content creator of any kind, you don't want to be compared to no one else. So I can't really knock either of these dudes for some of the statements they made. But check it out. I'll roll some footage for y'all. Travis ain't like that, and that's kind of where it started at. There was already, people talking about this kind of stuff, but that TMZ video right there kind of got a lot of shit going, and they had to ask ASAP his thoughts on it, and members of his entourage made some statements. He made some statements, so.
We got to a point in hip-hop where there was so much money at stake, and in the 90s, were Pac and Big, and people were making lots of money that things got too real. And I don't think anybody wants to see that ever again. And while we still wanted to be competitive,
that was whack.
It was super whack. It was super whack.
It was like I feel like people was just in between instigating, man. It was
it was street stuff that spilled over. Yeah. You know what I mean, and caused what were the outcome. But on that, right, like even right now, you have. I was just looking it up. Somebody named Ian Connor. I don't know who that is. He keeps
protege.
He keeps saying that Travis Scott is biting off you.
We all saw Nash's videos. He was just popping off on Instagram, and the reason we bring it up because he brought it up for a reason, right? But I do give it to Nash that at the beginning he was like, "Yo, I'm not hating on Homeboy's music. I think it's hot." He was giving props where props is due, but then he was specifically focused on him stealing you guys' style.
Man, look, if you gonna do something and influence people, you can't be arrogant about it when somebody gets inspired. So if you gonna inspire people, when people get inspired, you can't fault them for that.
Right.
That makes you look crazy. You know,
Like, it's actually a compliment is what your point is.
Well, I'm not saying it's I mean, they do say, you know, imitation is
The greatest
the highest
flattery.
So, but what I will say about that is, I don't think it's cool to you can't come at a rapper with video clips. You gotta come with music. That man, he doing this thing. He doing what he's supposed to do. He getting fly, he fucking bitches, and he making music. You know, that's it. I don't see the problem.
What's your relationship with him?
I don't know him too well, but you know, it was how
I'm just laughing because I remember at the beginning I did see some videos on TMZ where he was like walking into parties and people would be like, Rocky!
Yeah, we all saw that. We all saw that. And the stuff like that leads to the stuff that you was talking about. You know, that's instigation. You hearing it from me. They, you know, let Shorty rock. You know, and let the people decide if he a biter or if he authentic. You know, I'm not saying everybody should be allowed to just take what whoever got going on. You know, I'm not implying that, but I feel like that whole situation, it sounds petty. It's like, what we talking about? Right.
It is petty. Yeah.
So, you know, that interview, it's a little while back, and, you know, A$AP Rocky was talking to Ebro and them, and I thought he broke it down pretty well there. They were asking A$AP Rocky about Travis Scott, you know, what's the situation? Is there a beef there? What's going on with y'all? And they had just brought up Tupac and Biggie, which always gets brought up, you know, when they're talking beef and hip-hop as an example of how things can go wrong, you know. And A$AP Rocky broke it down pretty well, I thought. He said, yeah, back then in the 90s when all that was going on, there was a lot of instigating going on. And, you know, I'm not going for it today. That's what y'all are trying to do. Everyone keeps coming at us about this. We don't want to be, you know, we're doing our own thing. Quit comparing us to each other. I'm not hating on Travis Scott. I think his music's dope. He's doing him. We're doing us. And as far as my protege, you know, mentioning him and saying that he's biting our style and fashion, because as you know, A$AP Rocky's heavy on the fashion. Personally, some of that stuff's a little too wild for me, not my taste. But you know, he said when you influence someone, that's a big thing. And you know, you do see that a lot when there's a difference between flat out copying someone or being influenced or inspired by something, you know. Y'all get in the comments and let me know what you guys think. But we see that everywhere, not just in music, and in all different lanes. Someone might come along and do something, change the game up, then someone else takes kind of, you know, influenced by what they did, but puts their own spin on it, and then, you know, moves their own way with it. And I don't know, there's a difference between flat out imitating and, you know, being inspired by and bringing it to the next level or bringing it in another direction. So you guys can let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. But I hope this tweet, this freestyle puts an end to it, because like I said, I feel like they've been reaching with this one from Jump Street. The dudes even took a picture together to kind of try to put everyone at ease, like, yo, look, we're taking a picture together, guys. Do you get this? Because as I said, a lot of people outside of hip-hop who are just casual fans, they only know what they hear. They're not really breaking things down and understand what's going on sometimes. So, I don't know, man. Hopefully this shit's deaded. Get in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about it at all. Do you know, feel the same way that it was always a reach, or do you think that there was really something there? I think it was always no more than them not caring to be compared with each other, and you know, that competition. So tap it in the comments, and also hit the comments with some other situations that remind you of this, where it wasn't really a beef, it was a reach, you know, with other artists in hip hop. And what does happen sometimes is there isn't really a beef, but when that game starts getting played where people are trying to instigate, it turns into a beef. We've seen that too as well. But that's all I got, guys. Thanks for tuning in. J Coffee Talk. Talk it all on this channel. If you're new, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell. We also talk sports, news, all kinds of stuff, guys. So sub up to the channel. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.